Hello.
Hi, Weston.
Hi.
Did you just have your dinner?
Yes.
Good. What did you have?
Rice, some meat, vegetables, and shrimp.
So steamed rice or fried rice?
Fried rice.
Did your mom cook or did you buy from outside?
My mom cook.
Oh, that's nice. Well, I'm also the cook. I make dinner every night.
Oh.
Have you learned to cook?
My mom also.
Yeah. Are you learning to cook?
Not yet.
Not yet. Would you like to learn?
Yes.
Have you ever cooked before?
Seldom, but I've tried before.
So you did try. So what have you ever cooked?
Like cook with my mom, like with some noodles or some fried rice.
Noodles and fried rice. So tell me what's your favorite?
Noodles.
Fried noodles or noodle soup?
Uh, Fried noodles.
Fried noodles. I know there is a type of noodles that's very famous. Chao Dei Ming, right?
Can you say it again?
Maybe my pronunciation not right. Chao Dei Ming. That's Cantonese fried rice. Fried rice, fried noodles. Chao Dei Ming, Chao Di Mian, is that right?
We just call it Chao Mian.
Oh, because I was told in the Chinese restaurant in town, they told me if I wanted, Hong Kong style, then I have to tell them Chao Dei Ming. So I always do
I
that.
think don't need the second word.
So you don't need that day, di, Chao Dei, day. Day means base, right?
Yes.
They seem to boil it first or gently and quickly fry it first and then put it into boiling oil to deep fry it.
Oh, yeah.
And it comes out quite crispy.
Oh, okay. So it's a little bit different to fried noodles. It's a little bit crispy.
Yeah, a little bit crispy. So I like to find some images. The one, it does look similar to that, but slightly crispy. Yeah, slightly crispy. Oh, we have somebody joining us. Hi, Chloe. Hey, we're talking about fried noodles in Hong Kong. Fried noodles. I'm just looking for that type of noodles that's slightly crispy, but these are not that as fat noodles. And maybe the one on the top is more like it. So is it very typical? I mean, to have noodles like that in Hong Kong?
Sometimes we cook fried noodles.
Yeah. So do you like it crispy or you like it tender?
Crispy.
You like it crispy. Yeah. Well, I do enjoy it, but my teeth are not that good, so I can't have really crispy food, or is it because it could be a little chewy? Um, chewy. Yes, that's the word, chewy. Yeah. So when it's crispy or tough and chewy, it's difficult for me. So I prefer to have tender food. Yeah. And what about you, Chloe?
Noodles?
Your favorite type of food?
Noodles?
Also noodles.
You mean what kind of noodles or
What kind of food do you like best?
what? I like soup noodle.
Okay, you like noodle soup.
Noodles.
Noodle soup. 汤面, not 面条汤, but we know what it is. Or take it off. Can that be a better one? There, it's still the same. Yeah. Better. I enjoy both, but because when noodles are softer when they're in hot soup, so probably I have noodle soup much more often than having fried noodles. And do you cook for yourself, Chloe?
I seldom did it.
So you seldom have, you mean you seldom cook for yourself?
Yes.
Right. What's the reason?
Because it always spend many times to on cooking and preparing. So I usually buy from the restaurant.
Okay, so you usually buy food from outside because it takes too much time to cook, right? Or you can say it's too time consuming.
It's too time
Takes
consuming.
or costs too much time. But you don't say it spends too much time, because spend is like you spend money, you spend time. But that thing 造成你要花那么多, then you say it takes or it costs. So we don't say it spends. 这样会变那件事情自己消费这么多的时间. So you have to use it takes or it costs. But when you use I or you or those pronouns 代名词 or 名词通常是有主动权的. We say we spend. Right, so that's slightly different. Right, so it's too time consuming. It is. It takes time to get food prepared. You have to chop, slice, put them and wash them, put them away, wash them, dry it, and then you have to spend time to cook it. And after that, you have to eat. And after that, well, may not have to, but maybe some people will eat together with you, or you cooked for them. Then they eat, and then you have to do the washing. It takes 4 steps at least: preparation, cooking, having it, and washing the dishes. It is time consuming.
Yes.
Yeah.
After you finish the dishes and you always not feel hungry.
Yeah, that's it. Because when you end up to be the cook, you feel you spend too much. Yeah, 这个就是 you spend or I spend it. You spend so much time preparing it, so you lose appetite, right? Because you spend too much time doing the preparation and cooking. Unfortunately, you lose the appetite. Yeah. Hi, Alice. Hi. So you lose appetite, T-I-T-E. Yeah, we were talking about food to warm up a bit. Yeah, so
Okay.
yeah, so Weston's favorite food is fried noodles, or he did learn to do fried noodles before. And Chloe also likes noodles, but you prefer noodle soup. What about Alice? What's your favorite food?
Hot pot.
Ah, yes. Why is it your favorite?
Convenient. And everybody can get together to share it.
So sukiyaki, this is Japanese English, most popular term. All Westerners, they know sukiyaki is what we call hot pot, right? If you call the fire pot, people understand that too. Hot pot, the same. Yeah, and I like that too. And there are quite many different varieties. What's your favorite type of sukiyaki, Alice?
Spicy one.
Spicy one. Do you mean Sichuan?
Yeah.
So they have 鸳鸯, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. Yuanyang usually they provide two different soup bases. One would be a super red and oily one. That would be a Sichuan chili soup base. The other one would be usually a plain one, right? So let's see, Sichuan. Let's look for that. Ooh, wow, that's very appetite stimulating. By looking at it, you feel you're sweating already. Oh,
Yeah.
wow, look at that. That one is not just two. That has
9.
nine. 9 bases? I mean, 9 different flavors? Or just 9 blocks?
I don't know.
Yeah, like that. It has 2, understandable. That's most popular, right? Or like in
Yeah.
Taiwan, we have something in the middle, like that.
Yeah.
A partition. Oh, like that, like this. This is what we have in Taiwan. I've never seen that in Taiwan though. Do we have it?
No, I haven't seen it before.
Maybe that's for separating all different food, right? Maybe different types of food go into, you know, the block you choose, like the one in the middle, veggie and meat and fish, something like that, I guess. It would be difficult to have 9 different little blocks, I think. Anyway,
Mm.
yeah, it looks nice. Hey, you see that? I think that's finely sliced beef or pork, I think. Should we make it a bigger one like that? Slightly blurry. Find a clearer one. Like those are meat too, I think. Sliced meat. Oh, like that. Oh, kind of blurry too. But you know, we don't have that here. We don't have things like that in the UK. We may have some in London, probably. You know, those proper Chinese restaurants, especially sukiyaki, all you can eat maybe there in the south, not here in the city I live. Too pricey, I think. So anyway, so let's get back. And we have something about the nature. So you guys all have had your dinner, have you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I haven't. So watching photos like that is making me hungry. So let's get back to nature. Right, we're going to talk about the 17 biggest trees in the world. The biggest probably sometimes means the highest, or maybe big, you know, not necessarily high. Like this one is super high. Right, 17 biggest trees in the world. Let's take a look how long it takes. Oh, wow. It takes a long time, 7 to 8 minutes. So let's watch half of it. Is that good?
Okay.
Do you like it fast or slow?
No more.
Normal speed, okay. So then we just stick with the normal speed then. And let's begin.
It's the 17 biggest trees in the world. The Drago Millenaria.
Sorry. Oh, there. There you go. All right, so let's move it down a bit. And I'll take the live transcript off our site. There. Or else you will have two English subtitles. That'll be annoying. Where is it? There, disable. There you go. Then let's begin.
Scientifically called Dracaena Draco, belongs to the Dracania genus, or better known as the dragon trees. Dragon trees are native to the Canary Islands and are visually stunning because of their distinctive branch crowns that they develop as they age. The Drago millenario is the biggest dragon tree in the Canary Islands, with a 60-foot height and a 50-foot diameter. When this species of trees flowers, it can bloom up to 1,800 separate blossoms mass and become 3.5 tons heavier. This Atlas cedar in the Forêt des Cedars in northern Morocco is one of the tallest trees in Africa. The tree has an estimated girth of 3.5 feet and is estimated to be more than 131 feet tall. This tree was planted around 1200 to 1400 AD, which makes it around 7 centuries old. The Queets River spruce in Washington state was the largest spruce tree in the world. The Queets spruce had a circumference of 60 feet and was 191 feet tall. It attracted nature enthusiasts and tourists from around the country, but unfortunately fell when a harsh winter storm hit the area in 2007. This tree is the largest known western red cedar in the entire world. It has a volume of over 18,000 cubic feet and a height of 180 feet when it was last measured. This tree makes its home about 20 miles from the Pacific Ocean near Quinault Lake and took the title for tallest tree in the area after the Queets Lake spruce fell in a storm. These odd trees that decorate the plains of Africa are known for the many strange characteristics. The tops of their branches make them look like their roots sprout into the air instead of into the ground. They're known to be fire resistant and can last through even the most severe droughts. The baobabs aren't just incredibly fascinating alien-like plant life, they're also incredibly large, regularly reaching towering 100-foot heights and massive 30-foot diameters. Near a tiny village hidden in the mountains of central Colombia, the Cocora Valley acts as the residence for the world's tallest palm trees, which also have been recognized as Colombia's national tree. The palms in this valley grow more than 200 feet tall, which is strange even to many experts, as there is no evolutionary benefit for a tree in an open field to grow so high. The Tan Mahuta is a giant kauri tree in the Waipao Forest of New Zealand. Tan Mahuta is 58 feet high, but has a total volume of 18,250 cubic feet, making it the fourth largest tree when measured by volume in the world. Experts estimate this tree to be between 1,250 and 2,500 years old. So not only is it one of the largest trees, it's also one of the oldest. Tan Mahuta translates to Lord of the Forest when translated from Morai, which is more an appropriate name considering the Tan Mahuta's size and age. This giant banyan tree is hidden away in a papaya plantation in the Maria Aurora village in Luzon, Philippines. The banyan has earned the nickname the Millennium Tree, or the Centennial Tree, because locals believe it to be one of the oldest trees in all of Asia. Not only that, but it also has a reputation of being the largest tree in Asia. Because of the Millennium Tree's remote location and the tree's aerial roots that continue to surround the main trunk as it ages, it's hard to get an accurate and official measurement. However, estimates put the height at around 196 feet and the diameter between 30 and 40 feet. This tree, nicknamed Rulal Longatal, which translates to strong girl from the local Aboriginal language, is the largest tree of its kind in the world. Strong girl specifically is 13,000 cubic feet in volume and when last measured was 297 feet tall.
Right. Lots of trees. Are you guys getting a little dizzy now? Too many of them. There are totally 17 in this video and we have watched halfway through. I think that may be good enough because a lot of bizarre names, right? So let's take a look at this. So we have a lot here and I know you guys rarely have a chance to read. Why don't we learn some words from here? Yeah, so of course we will respect the, the time you come in. So we start from the first one. That would be Weston. So Weston, can you read this 1 to 6? And then we move on to Chloe to the second 6, and then Alice, and then Ken. I can.
Okay. 17, the Drago
That's fine. It's just a name. Yeah.
It belongs to the Dracaena genus, or better known as the dragon trees. Dragon trees are native to the Canary Islands and are visually stunning because of the distinctive branch crowns that they develop as they age. The Drago millenario is the biggest dragon tree in the Canary Islands, with a 60-foot height and a 50-foot diameter. When the species of trees flower, it can bloom up to 1,800 separate blossoms and become 3.5 tons heavier.
Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe one tree at a time. Okay, you just did number 17. Yeah, so there are a few words we can pay attention to. Just let me bring you another one there. Right, so we all know that one, that's dragon. All right, so we just skip that. And let me bring you a better pointer because my pointer is white. So I'm gonna bring you a red one there. Right, so this one visually, so you can see it, so it's visual. Yeah, so visually stunning, forgot to give you this one. So stunning is always used for describing something really nice, unbelievable, amazing, gorgeous. Then we say, oh, wow, you look stunning. For example, like Alice, if you're going out with your boyfriend and you have a new dress on, usually girls, we do that. Then we say, how do I look? How's my new dress? And boys learn to say that. All right, Ken, when you go out with your wife with a new dress on her, you look stunning. It doesn't matter if she does or not. All right, always remember, stunning. That's a good word. All right, and distinctive, it's not necessarily a positive word. Sometimes it's negative, but distinctively means it's unique, it's very different. All right, and this word, Weston, can you read this word again for me? This word?
Diameter.
Yes, diameter.
Diameter.
Yeah, diameter. There's the stress. Diameter is a better pronunciation, not diameter, diameter. All right, so it's the, like this. So that's the diameter, all right? And this one, species. So without S is the singular, 单数, species. All right, and last one, blossom. Blossom means to bring the flowers out. Yeah, blossom. Very good. We have a lot of blossoms here. Right, so this kind of tree is number 17. So it's still far away from number 1. Yeah, so if I was to ask you to choose one word that you like to keep, which one would you keep, Weston?
Which trees?
I mean, number 17, these 4 lines, there are many words. Does any word here amaze you that make you want to keep it in your mind to use?
Distinctive.
Distinctive. Right? So remember that word, distinctive. And I'm gonna try to bring you this, and all right, so it's there. So you just chose that one. Any other words are new to you?
No.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna.
Without the words that millenario or some Draco.
Right, so it's a place. Wait, so let me keep that for you, and then later on I can paste it in a group. Right, so where's that? This. So that is a name. So let's see, Draco Millenario, I think.
Drago Millenario.
Drago Millenario.
It's very fast.
Drago Millenario.
It's Draco. We heard that from the video. Yeah, Millenario, I think. Yeah, from the pronunciation. So it's a place. And that is a kind, well, not that is not a place. I'm sorry, it's the name of that. But you see, it doesn't mean anything. It's just a name. Yeah, good. And number 16. So it's Chloe, your turn. So 3 lines.
Atlas, cedar,
Cedars.
cedar, altas, cedars in the cedar Bassoun in northern Morocco is one of the tallest trees in Africa. The tree has an estimated girth of 3.5 feet and is estimated to be more than 100.
131.
Oh, sorry, because my
Yes, you
screen
can see
is broken for a little
Oh, all right. Yeah,
a
let me
little
move
part.
to the left. How about that?
Thank you. Okay, 131 feet tall. This tree was planted around 1200 to 1400 AD, which makes it around 7 centuries old.
Very good. Okay, so there, that is, it's not that, it's after Christ's death. Right, so 主后 there. And that's Morocco. Yeah, Morocco. Morocco in South Africa. Yeah, well, we used to have one student from Morocco. He's also trying to be a flight attendant. Very young, 19-year-old, I think, or 20. Yeah, pity, but he's not here on this platform because he doesn't speak Chinese anymore. I mean, not anymore. He doesn't speak Chinese here, so we can't have it here, have him here anymore. Right, so not really much for you to remember here, right? But this one might be a good one for you.
Cedars.
Yes, cedars. And you take S away, cedar is that type of tree. And we have a hotel here. It's named Cedar Court Hotel because they have a cedar tree. Yeah, cedar trees are pine trees. Pine means 松树. Yeah, right. Okay, so those are places. What you really need to remember is this city, Morocco. Right. Okay. Right. So I know this part may be a little boring, but I want you guys to bring some words away with you. So let's quickly go through that. And then, yeah, maybe that is a word that you can bring back. And here, this word, estimated. The TED is tit, estimated. Yeah. All right. So I hope that is helpful for you. Then we take a screenshot. Then you will remember this, hopefully. And then Alice, your turn. There, number 15. Just 2 lines.
Okay. Creek River First. The Creek River First in Washington State was the largest first tree in the world. The creek had a circumference of 16 feet and was 191 feet tall. It attracted nature and enthusiasts and tourists. Enthusiasts and tourists from around the country, but unfortunately for when a harsh winter storm hit the area in 2007.
Right, yes. Right, so you have more words here. And so let's look at this word. This is spruce. It's a rare word. Yeah, it's a rare word, so don't worry about it. Even you don't remember it. Next time you see it, maybe 100 years later, so don't worry. Right, and this one.
Circumference.
Circumference. To break it down. Yeah, circumference. Circumference is this 圆周率, right? Like pi is 圆周 circumference. Yeah, so it means a certain, well, as circumference is for mass, it's a mass terminology. Yeah, 60 feet, so it's quite big. 60 feet and 191 feet tall. Right. And this word is bothering you a little bit. It ends here. 到 T 而已. Enthusiast. Can you read it again?
Enthusiast.
Yeah, that TH is, yeah.
Enthusiast.
Yeah, enthusiast. And when it's plural, the TS, it's enthusiasts. Yeah, enthuse, 我两种都听过, so you can choose one, right? and so that you love something so much, then you are an enthusiast of something. And the last word is quite common. Harsh.
Harsh.
Yes. Have you seen this word before?
No.
Yeah, it says it's uncommon, but actually I feel it's quite common. Yeah, because especially when the weather situation goes to a very extreme condition, then we call that a harsh weather. Yeah, or sometimes when, for example, in the class, and you run into a very harsh teacher. Well, I won't necessarily explain it to, I mean, translate that to be a 残酷, 难搞. It could also be that. Yeah, 很难搞, a harsh professor, a harsh person. Yeah, a tough person to deal with. Right, so this bit is for you. So which word do you like to keep, or which words you like to keep?
Enthusiast and harsh.
Right, so these two are the best to keep. Right, so I'm gonna give you yellow. Next one, prepare yourself. Ken, you're the next one. I'm gonna let you read 14, 3 lines only.
The Quinault Lake red cedar. This tree is the largest non-western red cedar in the entire world. It has a volume of over 18,000 cubic feet and a height of 180 feet. When it was last measured, this tree makes its home about 20 miles from the Pacific Ocean near Quinault Lake, and took the title for the tallest tree in the area after the Queets Lake spruce fell in a storm.
Yeah, well done. So you got that word, you got the benefit from the first one from Weston, right? So spruce there. So a few words to, you know them all. So apart from the place, yeah, so that is a place, a Queets Lake. Yeah, so don't worry about it. Again, next time you see that word might be 100 years later, so don't worry. Yeah, but those words are so common. So you have to pay attention to your pronunciation, 发音. Like this one is known. Yeah, so no, new, known. So it's the participant 过去分词 no, new, known 被知道的已知的 right? Okay, and this word everybody knows, but the pronunciation L is very important. So world. Can you follow again? World.
Word.
Yeah, remember that L is there, not word. Word is a 字, right? World is the place we live. Right, and this one, it stops at E. Measure.
Measure.
Yeah, because you will use this word a lot when you do your research, right? So remember, measure.
Measure.
Yes, the S is this sound. So you see, is j, not sh or sh. Is measure, measure. Yeah, good. And last one, Pacific.
Pacific.
Yeah, Pacific Ocean.
Pacific.
Another word is 明确的 specific, 跟这个很像 specific, and this one is Pacific. All right, so for your reference. Right, so Ken, which one do you like to keep?
Quinault Lake.
You want to keep that place? Right, sure, no problem. So let's bring it here. How about that?
Okay.
There you go. Right, and so you're agreeing. So this would be posted into our WhatsApp group, then you guys can collect the words you need there. Right, so I don't usually invite you guys to read all the time, you know that, but just this is a brand new spec we can learn. So let's get back to our chat. So then again, we're talking about trees. First, to have a tree, you need to have a yard or a garden, right? So does anyone have a garden or a yard? Does anyone have one? Raise your hand. Like a front yard. It doesn't have to be your house. It could be your dad and your mom's house. From a backyard. Where you have a garden. No, none of you. Me either. But do you like to go to the nature then? Do you guys like to go to the nature?
Yes, for sometimes that when there's holiday like now for summer.
Right. So you do like to go to the garden, but do you like to go to a garden that requires you to pay? You have
No,
to buy a ticket.
I like free.
You like to go to a park for free, right? And
Yeah.
so, you know, like, okay, so let's start from your part. So like in Hong Kong, where do you like to go the best to see some trees, to go to the nature?
For some nature park in Kowloon, the middle or the north of Hong Kong, but I live it at the southeast. So
Yeah, but in the main island, right?
Yeah, and Hong Kong Island there are also some natural park.
Yeah, oops, it goes so big. Let me bring that back. There. I see. I think it's because I maximized it. So that will make it easier. So there are so many. Hong Kong Park, is it the biggest one?
I don't know, maybe not.
But you're right, there are so many parks. Well, I thought Hong Kong is so tiny. So I didn't know there are so many parks in Hong
Because
Kong.
maybe
or
you
in the
go to
south.
some city that full of buildings. Hong Kong, there are still many places that are with good environment.
Yeah, so which is the nearest one? Is it this one to you? Ma On Shan, Ma An Shan, right?
No, because for the nearest, I think is some Taiwan Park or Shek Old Country Park.
So can you point it out for me, please? So many. Where is that? There. Oh, right.
Yeah.
So yes, stupid me. Bad eyesight. Yeah. So here you live somewhere there, right?
Yeah, at the East Park.
Yeah. Right. Good. You know what? I have no orientation. 我没有方向感. So where are we? I mean, like Taiwan. Where are we?
The right side.
Yeah, I'm looking for Taiwan. Oh, there. Yeah, so Taiwan is there and you're there. So is Hong Kong the same big like Taipei? Taipei is about that big, right? So Hong Kong is that or slightly bigger than Taipei? And Alice, have you been to Hong Kong?
No.
Maybe I thought every place in every country is bigger than Hong Kong.
So better than Hong Kong, really?
I don't. Maybe Taiwan is bigger than Hong Kong. I don't know.
Oh yes, Taiwan is surely bigger than Hong Kong.
And
Yeah, see, Taiwan is that big and
I
Hong
don't
Kong
know
is that big.
I don't know Taipei is bigger or Hong Kong is bigger.
Yeah, that's a good question, you know. Ken, have you ever been to Hong Kong?
Yes, once.
So like very often or rarely?
No, just once.
Oh, so you just been there once?
Yes. Yeah.
Ah, for your honeymoon.
No, for churro. The churro.
Oh, right. That would say we say that's for sightseeing. Is that right? Sightseeing.
Yes, I think.
Yeah, we call
Yes,
that
right.
guang. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
for traveling. That's fine too. But usually we say that is for sightseeing purpose.
Yes, I think.
Yeah. Did you go with anyone or you went alone?
Yeah, no. I go with my wife. I
You
went
went
my
with your wife. So it's
Yeah.
not a honeymoon. So you went
No,
after you got married.
not yet. At that time.
Not bad. And they have a lot of nice food, don't they?
Yeah. So when I went Hong Kong and I ate a lot of what's that?
What's your favorite?
天好运
What is
Dim
that?
sum food.
天好运我不知道是什么 It's a restaurant. 天好运。
天好肉包。
天好运
天好运 is a restaurant which selling the dim sum food.
Oh, okay, so it's a restaurant. I thought it's a kind of steam bun.
Because they made a lot of delicious food, so I don't know how to pick up one of the food to then it's the best food.
So you can say
I love
there
which
are
food
too many
was there.
good, delicious food to pick.
Yeah.
Too many, right? So
Yes.
too many to pick.
Mm.
So you say too whatever to do something, so you can do the next thing. That's what it means. You're too nice to be forgotten.
Yes.
你人好到我忘不了. You see the 不了, but you don't use a not here. So remember that. So too many to pick. Yeah. And have you been there, Weston, in Hong Kong? 天好运.
天好运.
天好运 is it 添加天好运 Hong Kong Hong Xiang.
Maybe if you give me a picture, it will be clearer.
Is it that one? Is that a restaurant? Or is it?
Yes, I think it's a restaurant.
Oh, this one.
2 o'clock.
Let's make it bigger. So is that one, Ken? Is that the one you went to?
I went to one of the 天好运 restaurant because in Hong Kong there are, I remember 3 or 4 restaurants 天好运, but they are in different
So it's a chain
locations.
store.
I went to the restaurant in 深水社. I don't know how to say it.
Right. You're making me drooling. Because I'm hungry. You're bringing me to food again. We're away from trees, which is fine. You know, we have learned some words from that, so we don't have to keep talking about trees, honestly, because it's kind of boring. I don't have green fingers, so I don't really know how to keep plants alive well enough. So the only plant we have, well, you know, to be honest, we do have some plants at home, but only in my kitchen because they're for eating. Cabbage, celery, carrot, and they are still alive because I want them fresh when I eat it. So I keep them in water to keep it alive, but I don't have green fingers. Do you know the meaning of green fingers?
No, not really good at cook.
Is
Good at
oh, sorry, it's not
planting.
ginger finger. So to have green fingers means you're really good at doing those planting things, gardening, planting, you know, plantation. So there it's, well, it doesn't translate. So when you say I don't have green fingers, then people understand. All right, so I don't, and probably none of you has that. No, it's not up. Yeah, does anyone have green fingers? Not so into gardening and plantation, right? So I appreciate your participation today, because none of us appreciates, you know, this topic, but you still came in. Thank you so much. Maybe it's a good timing because you all had your dinner, so you have some free time. That's why it's not a topic, but that's fine. Good. Well, so actually it's the end of our session. So, well, at least we did talk about something that may have interest you guys. So that's food, not necessarily gardening or plantation, but at least we learned some words here. All right. So any questions you want to ask?
That's
No.
great.
No? All right. So I would like to encourage you, because we have a new tutor coming on board today. Her name is Maud. All right, she's from Johannesburg, so she would have something to talk to you about South Africa, I believe. And so if you guys are interested, click that one, join her. So thank you so much for joining me, and then I'll see you next time. All right, bye. And it's good to
Bye.
see you again, Ken, after so many years.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.